Have you ever wondered if using a getter or setter for your atomic flag could affect its atomicity? It's a great question, and today we're diving into the world of C++ atomic operations to find out. I totally get it. When you're working with multithreading, ensuring that your operations are atomic is crucial. It's frustrating to think that a simple function call could compromise that. You're definitely not alone in this concern. Here's the specific question we're addressing. One user asked, does wrapping a std atomic flag in a getter or setter void its atomicity? They provided a code snippet showing a class with an atomic flag and a method to check its status. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what does this mean for your atomic flag? The concern is valid because while the atomic operations themselves are atomic, the function call to access them might introduce some overhead or context switching. Let's break this down. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a best practice that can help you maintain atomicity in your code without sacrificing performance. To address the user's question, we first need to clarify how atomic operations work in C++. The user is correct that calling a method can introduce overhead, but it does not inherently make the operation non-atomic. Next, let's look at the implementation. The user has a method called isReady that uses the test and set function. This function is atomic, meaning it will safely modify the atomic flag even when accessed from multiple threads. However, the user should be aware that while the atomic operation is safe, the function call itself may introduce some performance overhead. If performance is critical, they might consider accessing the atomic flag directly. Lastly, if the user decides to keep the atomic flag private, they should ensure that any access to it is done through atomic operations. This will maintain the integrity of the flag across different threads. Fun fact, the concept of atomic operations comes from the Greek word atomos, meaning indivisible. Just like the operations, we want our code to be as seamless as possible. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user clarifies that wrapping a std atomic flag in a getter or setter does not compromise its atomicity. The atomicity ensures that when one thread performs a test and set operation, another thread will either see the state before or after that operation, but not in between. However, once the operation is complete, the state may change due to other threads, so subsequent instructions cannot assume the state remains the same. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. According to another user, wrapping the std atomic flag in a getter method does not compromise its atomicity. The isReady method will function just like a direct call to test and set, maintaining atomic operations. Here's the best practice I promised. Always use atomic operations directly when possible, and minimize the use of getters and setters for atomic types in performance-critical sections of your code. And there you have it. You can confidently use your atomic flag in a class without worrying about losing atomicity through a getter or setter. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more insights into C++ programming.